Why? No.
Raise your right hand. You promise to swear to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Alright, you can say it.
Yeah.
You may be seated. Now, Mr. Ford, I just want to let you know that you strike me as a pretty icy and remorseful young man. It chills my blood to look at you. The nature of these crimes are not going to be subject to the same laws as regular criminals, but higher punishments for animals like you. Order in court. Mr. Ford, on June 4th, as it states, the day in question, you were at McDonald's with a Mr. Ludacris. And he witnessed you being offered what they call a hookup by different parties. He was going to give you a Big Mac combo and a strawberry banana smoothie without paying for it. And you said no thanks. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty? Huh. In addition, that was the last day of school, and people were skipping, partaking in all kinds of wild behaviors, including your friend named Big D. Big D asked you if you wanted to smoke and drink a little bit since he had a lot of it and it was free. And what did you say? And are you guilty?
I said, no, that's all right. Well, Your Honor, my mom said that I shouldn't be doing no dope and I shouldn't be drinking. So I told her I wouldn't. I made her a promise between her and God, and I said, no, I ain't gonna do it. And that's why I ain't do it.
Outrageous. Don't make excuses. Order. We still have a few more changes and charges. So now we're going to clear these courts of outrages that you have done. Mr. Ford, on July 16th, your mom was out of town for a long weekend. You were put in charge of the whole household, and your girlfriend at the time came over as soon as your mom left. Now, I don't have to tell you the gravity of this situation. I only want you to tell the truth, Mr. Ford.
Well, Your Honor, I mean, I guess you got me again. Yeah, my boo came over.
Well, hold on. Your next-door neighbor, Nosy Nita, testified that you came outside and told her that she needed to go immediately because you told your mom you wouldn't have anything to do with that. You did it even though told your mom wasn't even there. And then I'm told you broke up with your girlfriend. How do you plead?
Well, y'all, let me tell you something. Nosy Nita did see that. Because, my boo was coming over. I told her that she couldn't come over when my mom was gone. You know, I believe that character, integrity, and that kind of stuff is formed when ain't nobody looking. So I told her don't come over, and you know, as soon as my mom pulled out, she come rolling up with her girl, and you know, start knocking on my door, and I'm like, how you gonna disrespect me like that? I told mom that, you know, I told my mom that I wouldn't have nobody over, and I told her she couldn't come. So yeah, I broke up with that gold digger.
Guilty or not guilty, H-Vote?
Man, I'm guilty.
Finally, it was sold to the court last week by Sandy Snitch that she offered you the answers to your midterm exam. But you said you didn't want them and you told her to throw away before you snitch on her. Are you guilty of this crime, Mr. Vogt?
Let me tell you something. Sandy Snitch is a snitch.
Right.
I told her that I didn't want to be messing around with no answers on no science exam. I told her I had to study, and if I didn't know the answers, I just didn't know the answer. So she kind of rolled up on me, trying to get me to cheat and all this kind of stuff. You know, if I start cheating, then I'm going to start lying. Then I start lying, then I'm going to start stealing. And God don't want nobody doing that kind of stuff. So yeah, I told her no, I'm guilty.
That's it. That's it. I don't need any deliberation. Face your accusers. On one count of failing to take a hookup, I find you guilty. On count 2, for honoring your mom and God and not using alcohol and drugs, I find you guilty. On count 3, refusing to violate the trust factor between you and your mom by keeping your girlfriend away from your house, I find you guilty. On the final count of refusing to cheat on a test and threatening for turning in the school snitch, I find you H-Vote guilty. For being found guilty on these 4 counts, you are therefore sentenced to life. A life full of joy, a life full of happiness, a life out of prison, a life of purity, a life that has purpose, a life full of financial and spiritual prosperity, a life of trust between you and your parents, a life